All right, now let's talk about solving systems of equations using the elimination method. Okay, so let's start off with the first example. So what we're going to do is, if you notice how it's a minus 5y and a plus 5y, if we do some addition, we can basically have this cancel out. So if we just kind of add them, we'll get 12x minus 5y plus 5y is 0, and then this will give us 14. So then we have that, and then we can just divide by 12 on both sides, and we'll get, or no, this will be 7x, and then this is still 14. So yeah, divide by 7, and x will be equal to 2. Then you can plug in x into any of the equations and solve for y. So when we do that, it will be 6 minus 5y is equal to negative 9. And then you can add or subtract 6, so then it will become negative 15. And then we have negative 5y, so then that's going to be divided, and y will be equal to 3. So the solution to this, basically where the intersection of those two functions, would be at 2, 3. Try doing this one. So in this example, we can basically work to find like a common multiple. So let's use the x's. So for 5x and 3x, that would be 15. So I'm going to multiply the first one by 3, and then the bottom one by a 5. And then when I do that, I will get 15x plus 6y is equal to 5, and 15x minus 20y is equal to, that's going to be negative 115. Now I have 15x and 15x, so I can just do some subtraction, and that will make this 0, and then it'll be like 6 minus 20, so that's going to be 26y, because double negative became positive, equals, and this should have been 3 times 5, so 15. Yeah, make sure to FOIL it incorrectly. And then yeah, 15 minus 115 would be 130. So then divide by 26, and we'll get y is equal to 5. And then I'm going to use any of the equations to solve for x. So if I take 5x plus 2 times 5 equals 5. And divide by the 5, so we'll get x is equal to minus 1. So it will be minus 1, 5 as the solution, or the point of intersection. Let's try this one. 8x minus y, 2x minus 3y equals 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the y's. So if I make this a 3 and multiply it in, and then we have 2x minus 3y equals 2. So that's going to be, I can cancel it if I do subtraction. So I'm going to subtract. And when I do the subtraction, 24x minus 2x will be 22x. This is 0, minus 3 minus 3. And then this will be 48 minus 2, which is just 46. So then I have 22x is equal to 46, so I'm going to divide by 22 and get x is equal to 23 over 11. Then I just go into one of the equations. So I'm going to do 8 times 23 over 11, substitute it in for x, minus y is equal to 16. And then if I multiply this in, I'll get 184 over 11 minus y is equal to 16. So then I'm going to move that over, and I'll have minus y is equal to 16 minus 184 over 11. And then also, when we do that, we'll get negative 8 over 11. You can plug that into your calculator. And that's negative y, so therefore y would be equal to 8 over 11. So the solution here would be 23 comma 11 8 over 11. So that's the x and the y. Okay, let's try this one. So here we have fractions. So what I'm going to do is multiply by like the common denominator. So I'm going to multiply and solve for like the x. I'm going to try getting the y's to cancel. So if I multiply this one by 6 and this one by 12, so 2 and 3, if I multiply by 6, you'll get rid of the denominator. 4 and 3, if I multiply by 12, we'll get rid of the denominator. So then we have 3x minus 4y is equal to 36. And then 3x plus 4y on the bottom equation equals to negative 12. And then I'm going to do some addition to get rid of the y's. So 0, we'll have 6x is equal to 24, so x will be equal to 4. And then I'm just going to substitute this in. And then this is just going to be 2 minus 2 over 3y equaling 6. And then when I move that around, that will just become 4. And then multiply by 3. So we'll get 12. And then divide by 2, the negative 2. And then we'll get y is equal to negative 6. 4 comma negative 6 would be our solution. So this is the other method of doing this. The first one, which we covered last time, which was solve for like a y or an x and substitute. And the other one is to do the elimination.